Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever. Thank you very much for joining me this episode. Last time out, what did we do? No, we've already done that. That's it. We worked on getting some freight running, some ships running out of Chicago and on the Lake Michigan. So we have one ship, but we are going to have another two popping out in a few seconds. I suppose in a few seconds. This is literally just carrying on from the last episode, so I am just going to get straight into moving on to the next set of stuff. So we've got some ferries on the waterways now. Oh no, here they are. Here are the other ships. Never mind. They're all doing weird loopabouts. So actually no, this one's decided they're going to go around this way, while this one's decided it's going to go around this way. We also sorted out another freight port, or I suppose docks, down here, and that's going to be able to supply Chicago directly if it needs to with anything that it needs to have. What are we going to be doing in this episode though? Well, we've worked on the water a little bit. We're going to have to do a bit more work on the water, of course. For example, over here in Detroit, to get over to Buffalo, we're going to have the issue of Cleveland, which I hope maybe someone's left a comment giving me ideas as to what to do, but we'll be able to bring in the ports over here in Buffalo. Then we're going to, I suppose there's no point having anything around here because there's only Toronto on the edge of this lake. Obviously there is Buffalo that would, I suppose, grow out towards that lake, but it's not going to with the station how I've got it, unless it does. If I decide to build a bridge over, it might just do so. We'll have to have a look. If it does so, then maybe we'll have a short hop, but really the train line's covering all of it absolutely fine. So the only one I think we really need is this one here. Not that I feel that's going to be used all too much. I think a Cleveland-Detroit one might be used a lot more because there isn't a direct route from Cleveland to Detroit at all. In fact, there really isn't. So that might be a necessary one as the autosave. I really should switch the autosave off, but after what happened last time, the autosave might come in handy at some point or other. Yeah, see, with the railways so close, I don't know where to really put the docks. I mean, just to give you an example, if I were to do that, you can see how it's unable to align to the terrain. It's just not going to work. The only place I can put it is over here, and if I put it over here, which is, that's fine, then, well, that's right there. So really it's just a case of maybe we should just build a road over to Detroit through here. That's a possibility. We've got Fort Wayne, we can put roads out here as well. So we are going to be definitely working on roads, but in this episode we're working on airports. As I click that, we've got airports over here. We've got a small freight airport and a passenger airport. So we've got the freight airport that looks like that. We've got the passenger airport that looks pretty much identical. And we're going to see if we can set these up. So I'm actually going to set up the airports. We're going to start over here in Thunder Bay. And for this, I am also going to bring up our contour lines just to see where we are and how we're going to align these airports. So we can put an airport here, for example, which could work, and then we can put a freight airport here as well. So it'll be a double runway. I mean, the aircraft should be able to land very easily through that. Yeah, in fact, that should be very, very easy to land and take off. So realistically, let's see how close we can bring this. I kind of want to I want to give the town a chance to grow as well. So let's do that, and let's shift that along something like so. Yep, nothing too major. That works. That definitely works for me. We can actually upgrade this to a freight airport if we wanted to, or a passenger airport. And you can see all it does really is it just looks like it changes the terminal somewhat. We can add extra terminals here. It's a shame we can't have both freight and passenger combined. That would be really good. Maybe there is a mod for that. I'll have to have a look, and if there is, then naturally I'll be changing everything. Well, we're going to stick the freight airport. Right. Should we have a freight airport, or should we rely on trains for freight here, and just passengers use an airport? In fact, yeah, let's rely on only trains to get freight over here. That's going to be kind of interesting to experience. Now we need to make sure that we connect this up with a road, and naturally that means that we're going to have to do a medium street out. Let's have a look at where we're going and what we're looking at. Or we could just go for a large street out straight away, and that would probably want to join up to here. Now this should become a large street, I suppose. Let's see what happens. We'll start with a medium street, and then we'll see how it works. Let's bring that down like so. No, that's it. That's it. What are we doing here? We're cutting into the ground a significant amount, so perhaps we can do that, and then that, and then that, which is much less of a cut. That could work. That could really work for me. And then we should probably have a little bus station. Do we have a bus station in here already? Because I think we should require... Yeah, we're going to need a bus station for certain. So let's put one in here. It's not going to be a large one, because I don't think the town's going to grow as much as it may seem. We'll put a bus stop there. And a bus station or a bus stop here. We'll put another bus station here. Perhaps like so. There we go. That looks all right. We can do something fancy around this area. As a matter of fact, we could just bring the entire terrain up in this area like so. And there we go. The entire terrain has been raised in this area. Kind of makes sense to me. Raise that terrain a bit like that, and then clean it up. And that does make total sense to me, because, you know, they do that around airports. They do a lot of manipulation of the terrain. And now that's going to be a fairly sharp takeoff. Actually, no, you know what? I think that should be alright. Now, my only problem is when I convert this to a large airport, what's going to happen? We're going to actually put two terminals here. One terminal is going to go towards Chicago, and the other terminal is going to go towards whatever we want this way, either Ottawa or Philadelphia or something like that. We'll work it out as it goes along. So that's our first airport. Great. Now what we need to do is put in our second airport. We have to put in the second airport, otherwise it's just going to be a little bit useless again. So where should we put the second airport? Now I want an airport in this Chicago area for certain, a passenger airport. So what I'm thinking is I should put the airport in the middle over here. I think that would be an absolutely awesome place to have an airport. Can you imagine aircraft taking off and landing right here? You got the train line, the tunnels, the lake. I think that's going to look absolutely awesome. Let's get ourselves a really good angle on this. I think that's a really nice angle. I do think that's going to be a really nice angle for it. So we're possibly looking at what runway? We're looking at runways 3. I think we're looking at runways 3 and 2-1. Yeah, I think that's going to be our runways. So we can do now. This is where things could get quite interesting, because we could do this like so, which is, you know, that's absolutely fine. That's going to be amazing. I think that's going to be rather amazing. And then we can put a freight airport in on this side too. Now, odds are this is all going to have to change at some point, but we're going to fit it in as it goes right now. For some reason, that runway is a lot lower than the other, but that's okay. That's completely okay. There we go. Now we have roads over here. Now we can widen up all these roads. So this whole lot can be widened. Perfect. And then we can... how should we do this? I think this might be interesting to do. Let's do... tiny street. Not that street. That one looks okay. What about this one? No, I think this one looks to be the street of choice. Sure, we can have it uphill. Why not? And there. Then we're going to have a bus station over here. Now, this is probably going to have to be a larger station. And we'll line this up again. I don't think I've lined that street up how I want, so I'm actually going to delete that and go again. Let's line that up. I need to line that up perfectly with... So that is going to be straight if I do that. Yep, that looks to be straight. So let's start there. And we'll go to about there. That looks a lot straighter. Great. And then we're going to put the bus station in as we wanted to. And we'll shift that bus station ever so slightly. I think that's about right. Let's go like that. There we go. And then we're going to do this. Medium street. And there goes the autosave. We'll let the autosave do its thing. I think that's a good idea. Medium streets. Round like that. Like that. Like that. Large street. Like so. Medium street. Like so. Not exactly what I had in mind originally, but it might be interesting. It might be interesting. Similarly over here, we can just go medium street. Like that. Make the sharpest corner known to man. We will upgrade all these streets to large streets. The cross. That's going to be interesting. That there. Actually, that's not too bad. And just that segment there. Oh no, actually that should be the yellow marked one, right? I think. And then we'll do the same over here. Like so. That's done that weird widening thing, which I don't really like. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave that as a medium street. And then we're going to... Let's go ahead and build. That looks alright. That looks quite alright. So Rockford is where we're going to get our freight in and out from. Lots going on here. Lots going on. Which means that we are going to need to have some sort of a freight station. I really like these stations now. We used one at Indianapolis. We're going to start using these a lot more. There we go. Like that. And we'll upgrade it to level 2. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That's going to really improve this entire area. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this whole area becomes populated. Although I can't imagine having large buildings here right up to the airport, so that might be something we need to consider. For example, you know, buildings like these are not going to do so well right next to the airport on the glide path, but there we go. So we can get passengers now from Thunder Bay, where they've been sitting for forever, to this area, and we can set up bus routes that will just go from here to... That's really clever, that is. It'll go from here to, we'll say, the center of Chicago or something like that. Yeah, we can do something of the sort there. And we can even use, we'll see what we can do with this road over here. Might be able to bring that over as a bridge or something, and then we'll adjust that major road or major artery in some fashion. But yeah, I think we could do a run straight from there directly to the middle of Chicago. It should be interesting because people that can stop here, for example, and just go to the airport. I don't know. I think that might be something that we need. The Chicago shuttle, we could call it, the air shuttle, Chicago air shuttle. Anyway, let's get another airport in. Where do we want another airport? Well, I think Washington, Philadelphia could do with an airport, that's for sure. We could call this the Pennsylvania Airport or Pennsylvania Airfield. Now, here's the question. We could do with a freight airport right here because of the nature of having the farms here, but that's not really going to help out all too much. And then we could essentially just put two airports here, freight and passenger. That wouldn't be a problem. I think that might be our best bet, so let's do that. So put a freight airport, a passenger airport there, and a freight airport right next to it. So also the flattest ground where we're going to find, so there we go. That kind of works for me. And this could be an easy way to get maybe food out. If this ends up too busy, we might not use the freight airport, but we might end up using the freight airport. And if we do, it'll be quite interesting. And there's the passenger airport. Now, how are we going to connect the passenger airport? We've got a major road here. We could just bridge that road over. So if we were to delete that bit there, go to Large Street, and do that with that. I'm not all too happy. I'm not keen on that, actually. I'm not all too keen on that. What's about from here? Across the depot? No, that's not a good idea. This seems to be our best bet, but perhaps... Let me do this. Will that tunnel? It's too steep a tunnel, but it will bridge as well, and it's not too horrible a bridge. But when I say it will bridge, it's going to fight me the whole while, but let's see what I can do. Yeah, it just wants the highest bridge known to mankind, which is no good. And nope, doesn't like that. So, where would it be okay with a bridge? What if I were to bridge here? No, still collision. It's this issue over here with the points, which makes little to no sense to me, but I mean, the tunnel is going to be the steepest tunnel ever. Let's see. What if we were to go out from here then, with the largest bridge known to man? Well, it's going to cause issues everywhere. What about if we were to go to with the largest tunnel we've ever had? We could certainly tunnel it. There's our option. In fact, that's probably the best option we have, and then we could bring it around like so. That's the option I'm going to go and take. There we go, and then we can remove that, and smoothen that approach like so. Okay, great. And then we'll stick a large road here. Run that. Now here's the great part. We can actually make use of these roads. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually make more use of these roads. Like that. Yeah, I'm okay with that cut. Because at this point, I'm actually going to turn it into a country road, medium country road, 4-lane country road. Yeah, let's go for it. Out of the tunnel. Or even actually just from there. That's, yeah. From that point, it's a country road. Off you trot all the way, and we can run that all the way to Washington, DC. Yep, that's actually going to work for me. Then we can go put the tiny street just here. Not that one. That one. I know it's not exactly what you'd expect. We should probably have a better junction, but this isn't City Skylines, and unfortunately I can't do all those super fancy, awesome junctions that I would want to do. And now the question is, can I fit? Ah, just not enough. Okay, well, we'll sort that out. Come on. What we'll do is we'll put the road in first, like this. We'll put the station in after that. Fit it in as best as we can. Let's go there, for example. We'll then cut that back. We will then go back to roads. What was it? Medium country road. Large country road. Like so. There we go. And then we're going to go, is it medium street? Up to there. As a matter of fact, we should probably turn that to that. Now, what other large country road do we have? We've got this one. What is this one? Ah, with the double yellows. Yeah, let's use the double yellow lines. Seems to make more sense to me. There we go. Alright, so that's that in. Fantastic. So now we have a way to our airport. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And we can set up a route. So we can set up 3 routes actually. We're going to set up a Thunder Bay to Philadelphia route. We're going to set up a Chicago to Philadelphia route and a Thunder Bay to Chicago route. So we're going to set all 3 up in this episode, and what we're going to do is we're going to have aircraft taking off from various places. So we're going to go, we're going to buy aircraft from, alright, now we need to remember which one's which. This is the passenger airport. This is a freight airport, isn't it? Yep, this is a freight airport. Why does it say passengers? Don't tell me this can take passengers and freight. Because if it can do that, that's going to be really awesome. That is going to be really awesome if it can, because it doesn't seem that it's going to be able to take it. It just says freight. But if it can take both, then I'm going to be pretty pleased about that. Yeah, that would be awesome. Anyway, we're going to set it up. So we're going to go buying some aircraft to end this episode off. And we're going to buy... Ooh, should we go for... Oh, look at that. We've got the freight aircraft right there. This is 1939. I don't recall a 757 being available in 1939. Yeah, 1981, so we can't use that. And the 37 was the 1960s, so we can't use that either. We're going to have to use the Douglas aircraft and the Boeings. Yeah, we're going to use Douglas and Boeing. So let's go for, you know what? Boeing 307 is probably the ones we want. It's new. We can use that, and then we can use the DC-4s as our freighters. So here we go, 307s. Unfortunately, we don't have like liveries or anything for them. So we're going to buy 3 of those here. Oh no, not 3. Is it 3 or 2? Hang on. It's going to be 2. Right, it's going to be 2 in each area. So we're going to buy 2 here. We're going to leave that up. We'll set up the routes in a minute. We'll purchase 2 over here. Make sure this is the right type. No, it's not. That's the type I want. We'll purchase 2 here. There we go. And then we'll purchase 2 over across all the hills. Make sure that is the right type as well. That is the right type, and we're going to purchase 2 of those. Fantastic. Okay, so that's that done. Next up, we need to set up our routes. So we're going to create 1, 2, 3 routes, and we're going to call this what should we name these? They're going to be flight routes. So I need a good name for them, because F is used for freight, P is used for passenger, airways is going to be A, so we could use AP, airway passenger, AF, airway freight. Yeah, we could do that. Let's go. So let's call that AP. AP Thunder Bay to Pennsylvania. We're going to have AP Thunder Chicago to Thunder Bay, and we're going to have AP Pennsylvania to Chicago. Awesome. Let's make these nice bright colors. All of them can be pink. Oh no, we can have pink, purple, and that one, Barbie pink, hot pink, purple, and Barbie pink, or the color of Vimto. That's not really the color of Vimto, it's more like the color of Ribena. Anyway, right, so we're going to go Rockford East. This one, you can go on the Chicago Thunder Bay line. You can go on the Pennsylvania Chicago line. Good. You in Philadelphia can go on the Pennsylvania Chicago line, and you can go on the Thunder Bay Pennsylvania line. So you're done. Or line? I was going to say, I should be calling them airways. You can go on the Chicago Thunder Bay one, and you can go on the Thunder Bay Pennsylvania airway. So now we should have all the aircraft at even spacings, taking off with an even spacing for all the lines. Now obviously there's not going to be anybody using these at the beginning, but it's going to look fairly cool. So to end this episode off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a view like so. Autosave? Is that an autosave coming up? Because it's lagging. I don't know. And we're going to do that. And we're going to, in fact, before I do that, I'm going to save myself. There we go. As you can see, there's so many autosaves now. I should start deleting some autosaves. Like that, and we will play that. Any second now, we should see aircraft leave. Maybe? Hopefully? Why did they not go on the lines? Oh, I tell you why they didn't go on the lines. Wow, I am very, very smart here. Yes. Okay, let's pause that again. Someone's probably pointed this out immediately and went, yeah, you've named all these, but you haven't actually told it where to go and where from. So let's get this right. We'll there, and you can start there as well. You can then go to here. Then you've got this one, you can start there. All the way over to Chicago. So over here. I mean, not Chicago, Philadelphia. And then you can also go to there. Awesome. Alright, now it should work. I hope. Let's give it a bit of a... Get ourselves a really nice view of this, I think. That should be a fairly good... I think that's a view. Train lines, everything. Everything's included here. All that. Yeah, like that. There we go. That'll work. No, come on, mouse. Stop. 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 There we go. Oh, they're not going to be coming out. Really? No, no vehicles either. Wow. This is just it's just trolling me. It's just trolling me completely. All right. Well, we'll do that again as well. Talk about annoyances. That one. Yeah, that's fine. You. Oh no, we don't need that. What am I doing? What am I doing? It's that we need. Alright, we'll set these aircraft up anyway. So you can go Rockford East, Chicago, Thunder Bay. And you can go Pennsylvania, Chicago. You two are now ready to go. You can go Chicago, Thunder Bay. And you can go autosave. Autosaving. Thunder Bay, Pennsylvania. Now we'll go all the way out here, taking 2 minutes longer than expected, down to this, and we'll go again. Pennsylvania, Chicago, and Thunder Bay, Pennsylvania. Awesome. Alright, now, take 3 at this. Should we take this view now? Let's take this view. And this time it should work, I hope. There we go. We can take a screenshot right there as well. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever, the Great Lakes. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Look at the amount of traffic going down those roads. This is all looking really, really nice. You can see aircraft now. You can see in the distance, you can see Grand Rapids. You can see Chicago. You can see Naperville. And can we see anything else? No, we can't really see anything else from there, but we can see a bunch of trains. And don't forget to support me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below. Your support would be massively, massively appreciated. It's going to help me out a huge, huge amount. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Transport Fever, where... what should we do? We'll probably do a bit more work on something outside the rail, so it's either going to be aircraft or bus routes or road networks or something like that. So make sure you tune in for that.